Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
Welcome, everybody. Kevin Jackson here. It's the Kevin Jackson Show. We are being lectured. That's right. We're being lectured, conservatives. We're the bad guys. Want to know why? Because we like guns. Well, most of us do anyway. I grew up around guns. I understand the safety, but because we like them, we're the bad guys. I've never seen anybody demonize people for having an object. It's like saying, I have a hammer. I've never killed anybody with it. I'm actually a carpenter. Or I have a nail gun. I don't kill people with my nail gun, but if somebody does, well, it makes you bad. Lots of hammer deaths. More hammer deaths every year than death by so-called assault weapons. True story. Almost 500 hammer deaths a year, less than 200, quote, assault rifle weapon deaths. And of those, most of them are in the hood, gangbangers killing gangbangers. But nobody talks about the hammer. If you say, I have a hammer, people don't go, you terrible hammer owner, what are you doing with a hammer? My God, I would never let a hammer in my house. They don't say that. And it kills more people than assault rifles. Wow. Who knew? I knew. Oh, my goodness. So we're getting schooled. We're getting told how to feel about gun ownership. I love this kid, Trevor Noah, been in the United States 2 years from Australia. And Trevor Noah knows more about our way of life, our culture as Americans, than we do. Why shouldn't we take a listen to him? Trevor Noah, he knows it all, right? Here's his comparison. You got to hear this. Here's his comparison to guns and how he grew up and how he would handle a situation.
I woke up this morning to the devastating news coming out of Las Vegas. Another mass shooting. This time, somehow even deadlier than all the other mass shootings. And they say that this was the worst in American history, but every shooting is the worst for someone. And you know what blew my mind this morning is when I realized that I've lived in the U.S., in New York, for 2 years now, right? And in that time, there have been 20 mass shootings. 20 mass shootings in the U.S. What's been particularly heartbreaking is, other than the lives lost, is how I feel like people are becoming more accustomed to this type of news every single time. I almost know how it's going to play out. We're shocked, we're sad, thoughts and prayers, and then almost on cue, people are going to come out saying, whatever you do when speaking about the shootings, don't talk about guns.
Talking about gun control and whether we need more restrictive laws, I just don't think that that's an appropriate time for this to be happening.
There's a time and place for a political debate, but now is the time to unite as a country.
This is not the time to be talking about guns. Sometimes I wish I had used this logic as a kid when I'd done something wrong. My mom wanted to ground me. I should have just said, is this the time, Mom, that we politicize what's happening right now? This is not the time to talk about my lack of discipline. This is the time for us to unite as a family, to focus on the fact that I'm stuck in the kitchen window trying to sneak back in. Come on, Mom. This is not the time.
I love, you may have got a little chuckle out of that, right? It's a funny line, if you're just a comedian. The problem is when you talk about something serious where people lost their lives versus, say, breaking a lamp, or did you take the money on the counter? Yeah. Ha 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 ha, Trevor. Funny. Yeah. People lost their lives. And the first thing that the left wants to do is they want to talk to you about the inanimate object that did it. They don't want to talk to you about the real issue. See, what Trevor's trying to get you to understand is that, the subterfuge that he would do as a kid is meant to, to throw his parents off. Well, was it about the gun? Was it about breaking the lamp? Well, that wasn't about a gun. It was about breaking a lamp or stealing a little bit of cash or something, right? Or not. Did you have friends over? No, I didn't. There is no subterfuge in not talking about the gun. You understand? The subterfuge is in not talking about the idiot who used the gun. And it's so clever how they do it. Yeah, and he couches it in humor that even you go, it is funny. Yeah, it is funny. But the subterfuge of what Trevor did. Well, yeah, Mom, I broke we shouldn't really focus on me breaking the lamp or me bringing the girl home or whatever. Is that really what we should be focused on right now in this moment where we need to bring our family together? I wonder if Trevor would say that if he strangled his little brother. It happens. I wonder if Trevor would say that if he were a kid who killed his neighbor's daughter. Would he be saying that then? Look, we had a tragedy that has nothing to do with the gun. Nothing. It was the object used. And do you think Trevor's going to condemn the Muslim who ran over people in Nice that killed 83 people and wounded like close to 500? They always like to measure to the left. Let's measure. Let's see. Well, whose is worse? And he counts them. We had 20 shootings since I've moved here in New York. Hey, Trevor, when did this become an issue for you? Was it an issue when Barack Obama was president, or is it just an issue now? Oh, and by the way, why are you just covering it during a tragedy? Why didn't you cover it on 19? Why didn't you cover it then? Was it not big enough? He says there's been 20 since. This is number 20. Well, what happened to 19, 18, 17, 16? When did you decide that guns was going to become your issue in America? And I don't even think the kid is an American. They're so, God, these guys drive me crazy in the sense that they have no knowledge base for any of this. They certainly aren't going to look at the statistics. And here's the really bad part. The really bad part is they don't care about the facts. They don't. They care about the narrative. This makes Trevor Noah more popular with his base. When they're sitting around writing the show, you can bet those writers are going, what's it take to keep us on the air? Who are we? Do you watch his show? I don't watch his show. Why should he cater to me? And he doesn't. I play his clips for educational purposes because I promise you I wouldn't play it otherwise. I don't care about this guy. I don't want him to see the light of day in terms of getting more press coverage for his show or anything else. They're just dweebs. Anyway, we got a lot coming up. Keep it.
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
Do you owe back taxes to the IRS or state? The secret to avoiding the IRS nightmare is to seek professional representation. My friends at Security Tax Associates provide the most cost-effective and ethical representation in the industry while helping to avoid seizures, levies, and wage garnishments. Security Tax Associates is here to ensure that the appropriate steps are taken to permanently eliminate any possibility of future tax burdens once and for all. For a free, no-obligation consultation, contact Security Tax Associates, 844-779-4177. That's 844-779-4177. 844-779-4177. Or visit them at securitytaxassociates.com.
Beth Cook Moranville, author of Closer Than Your Breath, a book of hope.
Hope, that wonderful, wonderful 4-letter word that you may feel completely out of. I wrote this book to give you great hope. It's not too late. If fetal position is an all too familiar place for you, I understand. If the next 60 seconds are too long, this book is for you. Wherever you are right now, whether you're dealing with divorce or death or sickness, take hope. You are going to make it through this pain. Don't roll your eyes. I've walked this road and I know it. The best is yet to come.
Closer Than Your Breath, a book of hope from author and speaker Beth Cook Moranville, can be found on Amazon.com or Kindle.com. For more information, visit closerthanyourBreath.com or on Facebook at Closer Than Your Breath.